Alright, so we're checking out the Brinyte SR8 Rescue Angel. This is a very large flashlight, or I guess they're calling it a rescue flashlight. And we'll get out of the box here, I'll show you everything in a second here, but it doesn't have a very high lumen rating, so it's like 2100 lumens, which isn't a lot more than this one here. This is the PT18 Pro. I reviewed this a few years ago. This is also from Brinyte. Very, very nice tactical flashlights. And this is like 2000 lumens, but the reach of this one is nowhere near as much as this one. This one will go, looks like 1,050 plus meters, which is a really long way. We'll obviously be testing that out, but I'll show you how much bigger this one is. This one is a lot bigger than this one. This is like a handheld. This one requires like neck straps and stuff. But before we open up, let's look at the back. So obviously we'll talk about all the stuff here in the video, but if you want to pause and read some of this stuff, feel free to go ahead and pause the video. But just want to show you some of these are basically the technical specs here. This is going to be running off of I think they're 18650 batteries, lithium ion cells, and as you can see here, the output levels in turbo mode up to 2100 lumens. So there's turbo, high, middle, and low, and then there's a strobe and an SOS mode, and there's the different lumen levels, brightness levels, and then you have your runtime for each of these. So obviously at the highest lumen level, you can get the shortest amount of runtime, of course, and then that will increase as you go down to the lower lumen levels up to 6600 minutes, which is a long time at a very low illumination level. And then you got your reach here, so 1050 meters, 1144 yards, and then the intensity also has like IP60 water resistance, and this is how much it weighs. Look at that, 761 grams, and this is the dimensions. It's pretty big. So let's go ahead and get it out of the box. So you can see here it comes in this nice little case. Got some foam here to protect everything that's inside, and we've got these 18650 lithium ion cells, and these are 3400 milliamp hours. Got a charger here for 18650 cells, so we'll take a look at that here in a second. This is the manual for the charger and documentation for the flashlight. Got some more cables here. So this one, this little cigarette lighter adapter is for the charger, and then it also comes with an AC cord. And then you have another magnetic charging cable here. So this is a USB on this end here, and then this will attach to the battery holder that's inside the flashlight. I'll show you that here in a second. And then it comes with this shoulder strap, neck strap, for carrying it around because it is pretty heavy. All right, so here is the SR8. And you can see I'm using two hands to hold this, and just comparing into the PT18 Pro, I can barely get this into frame. It's so much larger. And yeah, you can grip it with one hand here, but I think holding it like that's going to be tiring after a while. So you have some additional places to hook on that shoulder strap. So there's a metal hook down here at the bottom, and then there's one over here as well. And actually that's a nice balance point here. Not sure if this has batteries. It's pretty heavy. I think there's a second set of batteries already in here, so I think you twist this off to get it out. Yeah, so this is the cap, and it's going to be, pretty sure it's going to be waterproof. Alright, so there's the bottom. Got an O-ring there, and then actually here's the battery hole. So there's no batteries in here, so this is, wow, this is really heavy, and no batteries inside here, so got to add the weight of the 4 batteries as well. Wow, this is going to be super heavy once I get all this in here. So I thought it had an extra set of batteries in here, but it does not, and it's still this heavy. So here's the lighting element here. You can see the reflector, and the camera's not going to be able to show you that, but it's super large. And we see the mirrors in there project that beam out really far. Very solid metal. I guess this is aluminum construction, and it's all metal here, all metal here. Yeah, you got rubber grip here, and then this is all metal. There's no plastic anywhere. I think this is the button to turn it on and off. We'll show you that here in a second. I don't think this comes off. That's permanently attached. And you got your O-ring there for the seal, for the cap, and then I think it should have, okay, so I'm not exactly sure if it has a button at the bottom. It doesn't look like it. And then this is the battery holder. So you're gonna stick your 18650s in here, all 4 of them, and this is also metal as well. So wow, this is super high quality all around. And you can see here, looks like it's set up in a 2S setup, so 2S 2P, and that magnetic USB cable I was showing you. So you have to obviously disassemble this and then take this out, and then the magnetic USB goes here. So if you want to charge it without taking the batteries out, you still have to take this battery holder out. You can charge up the USB using the magnetic cable. I think it's it'll take quite a bit longer than using the included battery charger. So if you want to use this, it'll charge up a lot faster. Alright, so just to do a quick demo of the charger here. Basically, the batteries are labeled, and you can see it's positive on this side here with a little button top, and then the negative is the flat side over here, and they're also labeled here in the slot, so positive up here and negative down there. And I have one already in here, as you can see. It just there's actually really nothing to do. You just stick it in, and then it'll start charging automatically. So you have to kind of pull down. There's a spring here, and you stick it down, make sure it's flat, and then it automatically starts charging. And I think it shows like charge times. It's been in there for about a minute. And then the voltage, 4.08 volts. And then I think that 502 might be milliamp hours as to what's in there. So it should be 3,400 milliamp hours total. So it looks like these are about halfway charged. That's about right. That's about what they usually do in storage charge out of the box for shipment. So it's a good thing that they're not dead. It's pretty simple to put all these in here. And I'm just using this off of AC over here, so the AC is on this side, and then there's the 12 volt over there if you want to use a cigarette lighter adapter, like in a car, for example. And yeah, so basically just wait till everything charges all the way up. It should stop and give you some sort of indication that it will stop blinking, I think, when it's full charge. But that's pretty much it. Just charge these up. I'll stick them in the holder and then put in the flashlight, and then we'll go and see how it does in the darkness. All right, so we start off this demo with we're looking at my scooter here. Scooter headlight, not particularly bright, but I can see where I'm going, at least. And got the PT18 Pro here, as well as the SR8. Let's go ahead and turn on the PT18 Pro. Give you an idea here of the reach. You can see way down there some trees, like the stuff that's close to these little bushes here. Obviously, I can see the tree over here. Some of the farther trees down over there. I mean, it does kind of illuminate them a little bit, but it is, can't quite make out what that is. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the SR8. So the SR8, when it's been off for a little while, it's going to be like a lockout mode. So when you first turn on, it's not going to be fully bright. So I'm going to turn off the PT18 Pro. All right, so now we just have the scooter. Now we'll turn on the SR8. Let's see here. There we go. Now you can make out that tree over there. And these trees over here, you can see these trees over here. The reach is much further, and you can see a lot more detail at a distance across this really dark area here. And then, so this is the highest level of turbo, and then this is the number 2 level, and here's number 3 and number 4. And you can see for close on here, it's like 35 lumens. It's all right. It's actually a little bit brighter than, well, it's a little bit brighter than the scooter light. The spread of the light is a lot more, and that's off. And then if we double press the Brinyte, that goes into the strobe mode. Looks like that. That's kind of annoying. And then if you double press the button again, it goes into this SOS mode, where it just kind of goes on and off. And then short press the button and it turns everything off. So again, here's the PT18 Pro. Similar lumen level, but not quite as much reach. And then here's the SR8. Pretty crazy. So let me show you what this looks like from the side. All right, I got the flashlight, the SR8 on the scooter seat there. You can see. And you can kind of see where the beam goes. I'm looking at it from the side here, and how much of it illuminates off in the distance to that tree right over there. Probably see that pretty well. But look at that beam. Pretty crazy. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. A very powerful flashlight here, a very specific need for those who want long reach. That'll do it for this one. Talk to you guys in the next video. A little bonus footage here for those of you who have stuck around to past the end. Riding my scooter here, using this flashlight as a scooter headlight. I think, I don't know, width of the beam is probably more important for riding a scooter than, I mean, the reach is pretty crazy, as you can see. See if I can make it before the gate closes. You see all the trash cans here. It's tomorrow's trash pickup day. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. That speed limit sign there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys later.